Women in power and decision making. One of the critical concerns of the Beijing Platform for Action. How to deal with this challenge? How can we make a common front and contribute to help women around the world make the best decisions in life? The answer? Education and training. My name is Aideli Rios. I am the founder of Guapalita, a platform that promotes equality for all. The people who made this video and I honestly believe it is vital to develop and empower a new generation of leaders who can contribute to the restructuring of more inclusive, secure, and equitable organizations and communities. How can we achieve this target? Tell me, and I forget. Teach me, and I may remember. Involve me, and I learn. Perhaps you have heard this popular quote. As a pedagogue, coach, and trainer, I totally agree with Benjamin Franklin. Indeed, it doesn't matter which culture, language, nationality, or background. Involve the youngest, and they will learn. Education is a basic human right, and gender equality is fundamental to its realization. Hence, education with equal purposes can bring wonders to humanity across cultures. We must focus on the way we see gender norms. And for that, we need to plant fresh, innovative seeds in our mind. What if we call these seeds competencies? Competencies as seeds need the support of a sort of elements to grow and develop. If a seed means the foundation of a plant, a tree, a fruit, food for life, a competency is also then for a skill, knowledge, consciousness, and development. The analogy makes us think life exists for planting, growing, evolving, contributing, developing new skills, learning for something new, looking for innovation is today more than ever a duty in this changing world. When Guapalita Friday Talks started last year, the opportunity of having a forum to speak soon turned into a synergetic room where the voices of women from different countries, cultures, and nationalities met each other to exchange, suggest, propose, create, contribute. This is how we created the 2030 Feminine Leader Profile, in which we define 10 competences. Today, I am honored to be here with you at the World Speech Day, International Women's Day, to publicly disclose this profile for the very first time. March the 8th, 2021. What a wonderful occasion to celebrate this achievement. Let's just start. Competency number one, self-assessment. This journey must start with your inner side. So analyze your attitudes, beliefs, choices, and performances. And ask yourself, do they correspond to my life's mission and vision? Are they aligned? Competency number two, enhancing self-esteem. The ability to recognize one's status in terms of evolution, talents, limits, and values. And you know what? Recognizing your areas of opportunity to be a better human being is a great step. But if besides you decide to make an action and commit to achieve it, this is truly an occasion to celebrate. Competency number three, comprehensive proficiency. Share all this knowledge and experience you have gathered either through formal education or life events. Leaving your legacy to support the improvement of others is beautiful, and you know what? It's human. Competency number 4, proactive intervention. Take the lead, show commitment and orientation toward goals. Accept responsibility for the situation with actions. Competency number 5, sincere inclusivity. Today, more than ever, developing the ability to actively include elements of diversity is an asset that must be part of our daily agenda. Competency number 6, meaningful communication. Not only express your ideas in a clear, concise, and organized way, focus on goals using powerful questions, active listening, and assertive body language. Observe attentively your conversation partners. Show interest and foster connection. Competency number 7, intentional networking. Connecting with others beyond borders for building meaningful partnerships and relationships is the best the challenging 2020 brought us. Competency number 8, technical knowledge. Darwin was right. It is not the strongest, but the one that can adapt easier to the changes of the environment. Embracing digitalization has occurred in the most automatic and natural way for many of us. Competency 9, financial acumen. Understanding basic financial concepts, setting financial goals, and knowing how to manage resources wisely is vital for making good financial decisions. And not only that, escalate to the next level of realization. Competency number 10, added value formation. Be innovative, disruptive. Find different ways to make things happen. Do that extra mile. Motivate and inspire others to achieve big performances and continuous development. The 2030 Feminine Leader Profile is a proposal for anyone who wants to develop competencies that help you know yourself better and empower you to be a transformational agent for this global community. If you are interested to learn more about this work or to collaborate in the design of the Feminine Leadership Program, which is coming, feel free to contact us. As many diverse seeds we have, the most beautiful this tree will be. My name is Aideli Rios. I am the founder of Guapalita. I support World Speech Day, International Women's Day. I am Guapalita. Yo soy Guapalita.
Being a woman, learning how to be a woman, teaching how to be a woman. Is there such a thing? Do we need to teach and learn how to be a woman? A long time ago there would be lovely courses teaching girls how to become a woman. That would mean teaching how to cook, how to clean, how to iron, how to become a mother. My grandmother, for instance, has a book that I absolutely love to reread. It is called something like The Woman in the Living Room and in the Kitchen, and it teaches sweets and bakery, cocktails, etiquette, special occasions, and everything else. I know my grandmother was born in the last century, and to be honest, even I was born in the last century. And nowadays there is no such a thing, and gender roles are completely different. Or maybe not. This is past, you might say, but we want to be focused on the future. But if we want to make gender equality present in the near future, we need to take actions, small but important ones, small but impactful ones. small and local ones, small and on a daily basis, small and focused on individual accountability and willingness to change. Let's go back to the beginning. Do we learn how to become a woman? Do we teach how to become a woman? This is not an easy answer, and we will find so many issues around it. But just for this moment, follow me, and let me explain why I believe that the answer is yes. That we really need to learn how to be a woman, and why we really need to teach someone how to be a woman. Let's go. I believe that modeling is one of the most important ways of teaching and learning, mainly because we learn almost without knowing that we are learning. It just happens. That's why I'm considering now that micro-learning is. We don't need to be enrolled in a formal course on how to be a woman. We learn it every day. That also means that we are all teachers in this subject. And I mean all, men and women. So we need to be aware about the lessons we are giving, even though we are not in a classroom. Everything we say, we do, or judge is a way of showing what we believe the norm is. Also, every time we put the spotlight on a woman, mainly if it is a woman doing something that usually we tend to see only men doing, we are probably micro-teaching someone that this is also a woman's job. And this is my first main message. Please be aware that we are always micro-teaching someone, be it a woman or a man, a child, or a co-worker, a boss, or a friend. And how can we become more effective teachers? I believe we need to be informed, so please keep micro-learning every day. We don't need to be enrolled in some formal course or something like that to learn. We need to read, to search, to be curious, to be updated, because that will make each one of us a more effective teacher. When you drop here and there random facts, numbers, infographics, questions, you can effectively teach someone something. If you can share information around we are going around gender equality in science or management roles, you will have the opportunity to make people think about it. And we are far away from reaching gender equality. And that is my second message. Learning and teaching are based on our ability to think and to make others think. You don't even need to share your opinion. Just help people find the relevant information. And after that, let them by themselves make their own questions and find their own conclusions. But we need a third main message here. That is a rule around speeches. And my third message is, please take care and develop the messenger. I believe that we must try and be committed with developing our competencies. So we need to be kind but demanding with ourselves, finding out what competencies we need to work on and become more prepared to take control over our achievements. In Guapalita, we have defined the way of developing inclusive feminine leadership for all, based on some key competencies. And yes, we may learn to master all of them. May it be inclusiveness, intentional networking, technical knowledge, and others. So please, see yourself as a work in progress. Keep mastering you, and you will be soon a model. And that brings us to the beginning. we teach others how to be by being. To sum up, I believe that we are all teachers around here, and we really need to learn how to teach to achieve gender equality. You know, it's like they say, it's a tough job, but someone has to do it, and we are the ones in charge of it. We, women and men, every day, everywhere. We might be teaching micro stuff, but I believe we will achieve macro results. Remember, we teach others how to be by being.
Just focus on yourself.
So you own your feelings.
Yeah.
You're not trying to reject them. You
No.
own your feelings and you work with them
Yeah,
through that process.
and it's not wrong to cry in public, and it's not wrong to stay in your room and cry. I mean, everybody deals with their feelings every different way.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you feel them. Don't reject them. Don't say, no, I don't want to feel this, I don't want to feel that. Your feelings are a part, your emotions are a part of you. They make you you. So go through them. That's how you get to be a better person. And trust me, you're gonna have to go through a lot of heartbreak and things like that to get better, to be stronger,
Learn from the experience.
to learn from the experience. You're gonna have a lot of things like that, but you just think to yourself, I mean, it's not worth it. Okay, yeah, it happened, but you can learn from it and be a better person.
And continue
So it's
moving.
like, continue moving. It's not worth it to end your life over one thing. You're always gonna have that. So it's like, okay.
So you're looking ahead for your next years. You're going to
Yeah.
turn 18 here shortly and become of age, you know, what we say. Is that something that inspires you to continuing every day bettering yourself, you know, to think that there will be the day that you be 18, there will be a day that you become an adult.
Yeah.
And with adulthood come responsibilities.
Yeah.
So how does that make you feel? Is that scary?
No, it's not scary. It's just a new challenge in life.
Good point.
It's not scary, and maybe it is scary, but it doesn't necessarily have to be bad.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people use it being scared for them to help continue.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Astera Brilka, a psychologist and a former academic. I'm passionate about mental health and well-being and women empowerment. I'm one of the Guapalitas. Currently based in the UK, I have previously lived and worked in different countries across Europe. I'm here today with my dear friend Mr. Ashutosh Kadliwal from Mumbai, India, to talk about feminine leadership and how to support girls and young women to become the leaders of their own lives and their communities.
Hi everyone, I'm Ashutosh. I'm a software engineer by profession and I volunteer with the communities. So I work with the adults, adolescents and the kids. I teach and help them over the weekends.
Becoming an empowered and independent woman that can be a role model for others does not start in adulthood, but in childhood and adolescence. Being born a European, I had the privilege of growing up being relatively equal to men. But while this experience is so widely shared and taken for granted by us, it is not that obvious for millions of women born in other parts of the world.
Yes, indeed. So I have seen a lot of women and girls going through a tough time, and they are mostly dependent on their husbands for the finances. So it's only due to the reason that they are lacking sometimes the skill sets. So we have come up with the solution on this. So we train and empower and impart training over the weekends to all of these girls and the women. So for instance, with Islam women, we do swimming workshops. We teach them some skill sets so they can earn some money as well as do some kind of work which will engage them. And with the slum girls, specifically we are focusing on soft skills, including like communication skills, presentation skills, and all that, plus IT programming. so that these girls will have a better future. So I believe with the right skill set, these girls and the women from the communities can have a better impact on the world and society as well.
I'm sure that the work that you do, Ashutosh, will empower and equip many girls to strive for more in life that they have observed in their families of origin. While in Europe, women do not struggle with equal access to education or jobs as much as they do in India, they face other challenges that prevent them from becoming accomplished leaders. The pressure that so many girls and young women experience when they try to live up to the expectations imposed on them by society and their own families have serious consequences for their mental health and well-being. From my perspective, this is the main problem that future female leaders face in the western part of the world today. From childhood, we are confronted with lots of societal expectations that are unrealistic and often contradict one another. We, women, are expected to be nice, polite and unproblematic, but at the same time to be assertive and fight for our rights. We are told that the looks don't matter that much in life as the intellect and educational achievement do, yet what we see in commercials, movies and around us tells a different story. We are expected to have successful careers, earn good money, and contribute to the household equally with men. But we are also supposed to be dedicated mothers and submissive wives at the same time. It all has been a source of many well-being and mental health issues among girls and young women living in the Western Hemisphere. Anxiety, depression, self-mutilation, problems with self-confidence and self-esteem, distorted image of our own bodies that leads to eating disorders. These are just some of the long-term consequences that female high achievers of all ages face in the West. Yet, many girls and women choose not to talk openly about their experience as they are ashamed to be stigmatized and labeled.
Yeah, so that's what I believe, that if we start working with the communities, specifically girls and the women from an early time, they will empower the world. Because I heard that if a girl is educated, she can educate and support a whole family. So this is what I believe, that if each one of us together work on this initiative to teach at least a one girl child, just imagine, we can multiply this effect, and this will create a ripple effect in the world and the communities around. So that's it from my end. Thank you so much for patiently listening. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to us and our message today. Bye.
What makes one a strong, sensitive leader? A leader is someone who has a clear vision of a mutually beneficial goal and who is able to inspire and encourage the team members to work together towards the accomplishment of this goal. They have a very clear vision that empowers and sustains the group that creates momentum and synergy within the group. They are the center, the heart center of the group, and they have a direct connection with all the team members. And this allows them to notice any discord or lack of vision or problems within the group, and to quickly address those issues by implementing steps and procedures that strengthen the team and all the members. They have an innate awareness of the emotional climate within the group, and they can also notice, because of their experience and expertise, if there are any emotional or intellectual pitfalls that can slow down, dissolve, or break up a team. And again, because of the connection, their direct connection with all the team members, things can be addressed quickly and in the process, the team and the team members are empowered. Because a leader has a clear vision, a very strong passion about their individual goal and the common goal, they encourage all the team members to define their individual goals and dreams, thus empowering them to step in their own individual leadership roles and to express their capabilities and competencies freely and generously. This creates then a unique entity, a team that is a living, growing, expanding unity that together works towards individual and common goals. And the magic happens there when leaders, individual leaders, intentionally choose to be part of a bigger goal and in the same time following their own dreams. And vulnerability is a big part of that process, of the leader showing up with their perceived shortcomings and weaknesses and being able to deal with them and to sharing them openly so team members can grow from that experience. This vulnerability opens hearts and minds and connects teams very, very deeply and creates a really strong powerhouse of strong, sensitive leaders. And this group of leaders, self-aware leaders, will start to create changes in their own life, in their communities, and worldwide.
Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to share some of our ideas about what it means to be a feminine leader in our world today. My name is Rhonda Bowen, and I'm proud to be a member of Guapalita and World Speech Day. We are so pleased to have this opportunity to reach out to you, women and men who are involved in making sure that our world becomes a better place. At World Speech Day, we believe that it is important to listen to unexpected voices. If you've never met us before, or you don't know what we do, then maybe our voices were unexpected for you. Our movement has begun due to a number of reasons, but one of them has very much to do with the subject of this year's World Speech Day theme, humanity at a crossroads. We realize that the lives of women and girls have been looking for support for a very long time. We have decided to join forces and work together as a team to make sure that the changes that are so desperately needed in our world today actually become a reality. You see that we are cooperating to develop and empower people to become feminine leaders through the 10 competencies and opportunities to make sure that not only the seeds are planted, but that the development takes place to have those lives blossom. We have decided to help people understand what it means to be a woman based on those everyday actions and the small things we do that can really make a difference to help girls and women be curious and find the information that is relevant for their lives. This includes supporting women not only in their knowledge, but also in their feelings and emotions and helping them be courageous. These are just some of those things that are so important for us as we move forward and try to make the lives of women and girls better in many parts of the world. Although they come from different backgrounds, they all have the right to develop effective skills. Even when expectations vary greatly and the consequences of our actions may not be recognized immediately, we continue to work together to make this world a better place. Our cooperation as a team exemplifies that we believe that we all have a way to learn, to empower each other, to provide encouragement, and to make sure that those things we do together are for the greater good. We thank you so much for listening to our ideas, and we hope we've given you time to think again about what feminine leadership really means. At this time, when humanity is at such a crossroads, we hope our unexpected voices have been able to help you become more aware of feminine leadership and its role in our world today. Please feel free to contact us, and we look forward to having you become part of our movement.